there ain't no stopping us.
Hey guys, what's up? Jeff here again to orient your fitness in the right direction, and today I'm going to be talking to you guys about a subject I'm actually very intimately familiar with, and this is in regards to flat feet, because essentially the reason I created this whole YouTube channel, for those of you who have been watching me for a long time, the reason I made this whole channel was because I was about to go through flat foot reconstruction surgery, and that's what I've been recovering from for the past 2 years. I thought I was just about fully recovered from it just now, but I think I'd pushed myself too far too soon before my bone density fully came back, and I wound up getting a stress fracture in my foot. So this is my final hurdle, just getting over this stress fracture, which isn't really much. It's why I'm actually standing, because it's not that big of a deal. I'm just in a boot right now. But anyways, for flat feet, the first thing you want to do is determine what type of flat foot you have, because there's two types. There's the rigid type, and that's the one I've had. It's the more severe type. I don't have it anymore after the surgery because I have an arch in my foot now. But for the rigid flat foot, essentially your foot is stuck in a flattened position. The bones are stuck in a flattened position. Essentially, whether your foot is on the ground or off the ground, you're in a flat foot position. So there's not much you can do for this, but these exercises and stretches I'm going to give you are still going to help you. But it's quite likely you'll need an orthotic for this, a shoe insert, to help to give your foot more support. And I've worn that since I was 12 or 13 years old. And then there's the flexible flat foot type. This is the more common type, not as bad, and this is where your foot is flat when you're bearing weight through your foot, like standing, but your foot is an arch when your foot is off the ground, not bearing weight. So with that, this is what I'm about to tell you is going to perhaps help you more. But anyways, once you determine what type of flat foot you have, and obviously you should go see a podiatrist and all that, get it checked out. They could perhaps very likely help you more than any online video probably, but anyways, from my own experience and personal knowledge, I think I can help you quite a bit. So right now I'm going to give you some exercise you can do to help with flat feet. If anything I tell you to do hurts you, don't do it. So first things first, you're going to want to strengthen your intrinsic muscles. Intrinsic means coming from within, so you're going to be strengthening muscles that originate from within the foot itself. So these are the muscles that they're going to help to pretty much your foot. When you scrunch your toes like that, you're using your intrinsic muscles, so it's going to give you more support and stability when these muscles are stronger. So how do you strengthen these? You can sit on a chair, put a towel underneath your feet, and then lay that towel straight and start scrunching one foot. Bring that towel all the way towards you and do that twice for each foot. And that's going to help to exercise your intrinsic muscles to give your foot more support and stability. Next, what I did was I mobilized a joint in my foot called the first MTP, which means metatarsal phalangeal joint, because it's pretty much the joint of your big toe. If this joint, if it's not flexible enough, your foot's going to go into a more flattened position. So how do you mobilize this joint? You can simply grasp your foot with one hand, like this. You can grasp your foot, then with your other hand you can pull your joint up, your first MTP. You don't want this to be painful, but try to mobilize it up towards you and try to hold that for say 1 to 2 minutes. And you can do that for each foot, or you can sit in a chair and you can do it yourself. Just put your first MTP on the ground, bring your foot up towards you, and try to do that. Try to mobilize, get more extension in that first MTP joint. Next, we're going to do some strengthening. So we're going to strengthen a muscle in our foot that inverts it or brings it in like that, called the anterior tibialis. And this muscle, it inverts your foot, so it's going to be important to help to maintain that arch. When you invert your foot, you're more so going to better maintain that arch. So what do you do to strengthen your anterior tibialis? What you're going to do is you're going to lay on the ground and put a cable or a TheraBand around your foot. So the resistance is going to be that way. You're going to be bringing your foot up towards you that way. So if it's TheraBand, make sure it's well supported. You can sit on the ground in a cable, next to a cable machine in the gym, have the cable around your foot, bring your foot towards you like that. So you're going to be dorsiflexing it, bring it up towards you. Try to do that, say 3 sets of 15. And that's going to strengthen that muscle. Next, we're going to be strengthening perhaps the most important muscle in your foot for stabilizing the arch, the inner arch there, called the posterior tibialis. A very important muscle, perhaps the most important of all. So how do you strengthen your posterior tibialis? This muscle, by the way, it points your foot down and it inverts it also. So you can do this by holding a TheraBand, put it around your foot like that, and you're going to be bringing it up towards you and out to the side to provide resistance in the opposite direction. So hold the TheraBand out here and so your foot's going to come down and in like that. So resistance is going to be out towards the opposite direction. So you can hold the TheraBand by yourself, point your foot down and in, try to do 3 sets of 15 of that. And that's going to help to strengthen your posterior tibialis. And once you've done that, you can stretch your everter muscles, because your everter muscles, your peroneals, they're on the outer part of your leg and they point your foot out to the side like that, so they evert you. So you can do this by taking one foot, your ankle, putting it on your opposite knee, then take a towel and pull your foot up towards you, or invert it in. Pull your foot up towards you like that. You can also do that with your own hands. Try to hold that stretch for 30 seconds, do it twice on each foot. Because the tighter your everters are, it's going to bring you into more of a flattened position. Next, you want to stretch your calves. Very important. If your calves are tight, it's going to flatten your foot more as you're walking, because tight calves are going to pull up on your heel bone from your Achilles tendon. That's going to bring the front of your foot down when you're walking and collapse it. So to do these calf stretches, find a wall, put your hands on the wall. 1 foot forward, 1 foot back. Your back knee should be straight and you're going to lean in. Hold that stretch for 30 seconds, do it twice on each side, and by the way, that's going to stretch your gastrocnemius, by the way, your larger calf muscle. And when you do these calf stretches, make sure your toes aren't pointed out to the side. Make sure your toes are in line with your shin bone right there. Because if your foot is pointed out to the side like that, it's going to flatten your foot as you go in like that. And you don't want your foot to flatten as you're doing the calf stretches. So make sure your toes are in line with your shin bone as you come in. And for the second muscle you're going to be stretching for your calves is the soleus. Same exact thing as the gastroc. Find a wall, 1 foot forward, 1 foot back, lean in, except this time, bend your back knee. Hold that stretch for 30 seconds, do it twice on each side. That's going to stretch your soleus calf muscle. So now we just did a bunch of things down below. Let's try doing some things up above now at your hip, because hip stability, hip strength is very important for getting out of flat feet, especially the strength of your external rotators, muscles that bring your foot out, like that. So you really want your external rotators to be strong. So you got some small external rotator muscles like your P-go-go-Q muscles, your piriformis, obturators, your gemelli muscles. Those muscles are very important for external rotation. So how do you work out those? Lay on your side, take a TheraBand, knees bent at a 45-degree angle, put the TheraBand above your knees, and bring your foot up, bring your legs up apart. That's the clamshell exercise. Try to do 3 sets of 15. That's going to work out your small external rotator muscles at your hip. Now you want to strengthen your gluteus maximus, your strongest external rotator of your hip. So how do you strengthen this? You can start with bridges. And I just did a video on this, by the way. I'll link it in the description below. Great for glute activation. But anyways, you can do bridges. You lay with your back on the ground, heels towards you, and push up. And keep your back straight, contract your abs as you're coming up. This is going to strengthen your gluteus maximus. Try to do 3 sets of 15. To make that harder, do it with a TheraBand above your knees. To make it even harder, do it with one leg. And you can also do squats. Make sure you do those with good form. That's going to really target your gluteus maximus. Lunges are a great exercise too. And another thing that I did while I was recovering from flat foot surgery was this one exercise called spider walks, where you stand up, take a TheraBand, tie it above your knees, go back and forth across the room. Because by strength, your gluteus maximus is very important for hip stability. So you want to strengthen that glute muscle also. But you want to especially strengthen your gluteus maximus. That's the strongest hip external rotator. And also, you want to strengthen your abs, because if your abs are weak, it's going to tilt your pelvis forward into an anterior pelvic tilt. That's going to affect you all the way down at your feet. So you can do crunches, you can do leg raises from that machine in the gym. There's various ab strengthening exercises you can do. So by strengthening your abs, it's going to help to give you more stability up above, which is going to translate down below. And finally, if you're overweight, you want to lose weight, because the more weight you're carrying, particularly in your stomach. It's going to tilt your pelvis forward more, and that's going to affect your feet. So try to lose weight if you are overweight. But anyways, I think all I just said is going to help you. If you have rigid flat feet like me, you very might well want to consider getting an orthotic. And I hope that everything I just told you is going to help you out. This not only comes from my own knowledge, but a lot of personal experience from being in physical therapy myself, recovering from flat foot surgery twice. And I think what I just said is going to help you out quite a lot. So if you like this video, found it useful, thumb it up, comment, subscribe to my channel. You can give me more ideas on other videos I should do. And once again, this has been Jeff once more. Until next time, I'll talk to you guys later.